And the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown lekker.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, we heard of the brother. We heard of the brother before. Hit that like. It says yeah, hey, look, hey, you remember them videos we used to put out back in the day? Like if you go back to our old videos, we used to use that background. And keep in mind who Jason Bourne is, a guy that suffered from amnesia. He's a highly trained being who suffered from amnesia, who forgot who he was. We are highly trained gods who suffered from amnesia, who forgot who we was back before, during the time when we was in type 2 civilization. And we've been on a quest to find out who we are. Jason Bourne had several passports, and he had cash on hand. Keep in mind, because they're going to come back up. Cash on hand is going to come back up. Because we on a mission to find out who we are. That's what all this is about, right? Are we gods? Are we Twi? Are we Sands? Are we Afar? Are we Anarchies? Are we the Darus? What are we? Who are we? What are we? And so keep in mind, once Jason Bourne realized that somebody played games on him and that he couldn't figure out who he is, they wanted to take him out. They want to take Jason Bourne out to keep him from remembering who he is. Because if he remembers who he is, right, it becomes a problem for them, for their system, for their treadstone program or whatever. Tread the stone, as in Rosetta Stone. And keep in mind, the master teacher told us that language is key. Language is key. The brothers wanted to argue with me about, the language. I told them it's a language thing. It's where the confusion come in at. Now, keep in mind, we suffering from also identity theft Well, beings who are going around saying that they us. And they look like us, some of them, but they ain't us. Total Recall, as in the dog, just like the dog Total in the Wizard of Oz. Total, the dog Total, Dorothy's dog, is the one that pulled the curtain off of the Wizard of Oz. The Yellow Brick Road, Emerald City. See, they like to play games because they know Emerald City is connected to Melchizedek. They like to play games, man. And the Yellow Brick Road and all that. And click your heels 3 times, it's Masonic involvement with it. It's Masonic involvement. But if you watch all 3, I think it's 4, we got maybe even 5 tapes about Jason Bourne. I think I got at least 4 of them. Bourne Supplementary and all of them tapes. But keep in mind, he possessed a high level skill that they trained him. Keep in mind, we've been trained by them. We've been trained by them. Only problem is we was trying to remember who we were. The real Emerald City is on the 5th dimension. Crystal City is on the 5th dimension, above the hole in the North Pole. The devil knows it there, like Baba told you. And he's developing technology. He's trying to get up there now. Trying to get up to the 5th. But like Elijah Muhammad said, once they go on up there, we'll bring them back. We'll bring you back there. Go on up there, we'll bring you back. Because they no match for the mother plane and the other 4 wheels. See, they only know about the one plane that Elijah told them about. But it's really 3 more planes just like that guard. It's a 4 beasts. 4 planes that guard that city. So it's 3 more of them planes where that first mother plane came from. You see? That's my first time. I'm about to write that down, AP. Water spout. Esotericals. That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know much about that, AP. I'm about to check that out. That's a good question. It says yes, glass, purple, yellow. Yeah, so let me write that down, AP. We're gonna look into that. We're still looking into the chin thing because some dude asked the other day about the chin. Hold on, let me get my my notebook. I can't find a pen. Yeah, can't find a pen. Yeah, so it's a good question. We're gonna get back to you on this. It's very yeah, hey Robot. It says lake. Grand. Okay, yeah. Okay, water. Okay, yeah, so we gotta keep it moving. We're gonna get back to you on that on the next question and answer class. What I was saying is yeah, so Jason Bourne gets shot in the back. He goes to do a mission. He's going to do a mission for the guys to take out this African guy. And he see the African guy with his kids, and he changes his mind, and the African guy and them end up guards end up shooting him in the back, throwing him in the water, and he actually suffers from amnesia. Then he get rescued by a guy. I'm trying to remember what nationality was that guy that rescued. Was he Russian or something? Was he Russian? Because that plays a part in the nationality of the guys that saved him out of the water. Then when he got back to America, he had an account, a secret account. See, we got a secret account. We got a secret account that they ain't telling us about. And keep in mind, I think he was in France. Keep in mind, he was going back to France, Paris, France, and all this makes a connection. Why? Because it connect to the French connection, the Black Hand, all the stuff me and Raw was putting out. That me and Raw put out about the French and the Corsicans, the Black Hand, all that ties into why. What's good? What's good, boss Kelly? So he went back to, he was in France when he went back Paris, France. And if you got more as we going, if you got parts that you see that you can tie into, store it into the chat and we'll talk about that too. You know what I'm saying? If you got more parts that you see, I mean, if you watch the movie and you see more parts that can make a connection. So it's got to be a connection with him losing his identity, suffering from amnesia like us. Then he went back to Paris, France to find himself. Because remember, Rod said, and many people before Rod, but Rod pointed out that why is they signing that treaty in Paris, France, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship? Why are they signing it in Paris and France? Why is Jason Bourne going back to look for his identity in Paris, France? And you come across all these passports with different names on it, but his face. Everybody named except his. Like Elijah Muhammad said when he said that that they gave us their names and they took on our names. Hey, if you want to, but you only if you want to, you know what I'm saying. It's good to have pictures of your ancestors on the wall. There ain't nothing wrong with it, right? Ain't that now to worship them? You go into a different word. You know what I'm saying? Worship is a different word because we don't do no warships, right? You know what I'm saying? We are because if you keep in mind, because people say, all right, well, what about Nubaru? Ain't Nubaru a war? When Murdoch, the Warring Angel, then he kept pilot Nubaru, and so keep in mind on Nubaru we have certain type of weapons that we like to neutralize people. Murdoch is a neutralizer. So we like to neutralize people. That's why when the four winds of the four ships of the ninjas that got launched off from Meldick, we didn't destroy them. We neutralized them. We EMP'd them and locked them into magnetic force field. Some ships did get destroyed, like the ones that got the 11 ships that got launched off on Tiamat, because they thought they was about to attack them, but it wasn't. But it was an accident. And they launched off 4 ships and we destroyed them. So Nubaru do have the power to destroy, but we most like to neutralize people. But we don't want to get sidetracked because we're breaking down the Jason Bourne thing. So he gets to France. He started calling around to hotels, checking to see, what's going on, Then he comes to find out that something happened in was it Germany? Berlin, Germany. What happened in Berlin, Germany? Was it what's that meeting they had when they did the Berlin conference? The Berlin conference, right? Put it together. What was the Berlin conference? Well, they divided everybody up. They divided Africa. They divided lands up at the Berlin conference. So Jason Bourne has his memory started to come back. He remembered they sent him to do a hit on the guy in Berlin. And that's like I say, when I saw that and put it together, I said, oh, something about the Berlin. Then I say, oh, what happened in Berlin? Berlin conference. So we connected to he going back to France. France, you know what France is all about. You know about Queen Isabella, 1492. You know about Napoleon from France. You know about the Louisiana Purchase dealing with France, the French. You know about the invasion of Hades, the Haitian land with France. So that's all connected. And you know about the Bumpy Johnson tape where we pointed out that the people who was bringing the Doogie was the Corsicans out of France. They were from Al Madrid originally, though, and then they were bringing these Corsicans who the real Sicily people, the real dark skinned Moors, who were bringing it over, man, the Doogie from France. So the French connection, right? I'm in one. The French connection. So Jason Bourne's going back to France. Then he goes and then he starts to remember about Berlin, the hit in Berlin, and also keep in mind Paris, France, like we just pointed out, is where they signed the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, right? Peace, family. If you come into the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, man. We dropping nothing but bangers back to back, young girl gang. Yeah. Then he come to find out after that, they tried to put everything under the rug. And then this one guy pops back up and goes rogue, makes a deal with some Russians. They tell you everything in these movies, boy, I ain't lying. They tell you the whole thing. You gotta know how to read them. So Bobby used to say they used to see Bob at the movies. He said, go watch this movie, go watch that movie, because they tell you everything in these movies. So the guy tried to set Jason Bourne up as if he was in on making a deal with the Russians. Now I'm saying, like, damn, what connection that make? With if we Jason Bourne and we tracing our history back, we go to France, we go to Berlin, and then we go to somebody making a deal with Russia. What is the deal? What's the deal with Russia that locks in with us? Do anybody have anything on it? I couldn't figure that part out. I'm still trying to put that part together. What part does Russia play in keeping us from remembering who we are? I'm telling you, man, it's deep. And then the dude that picked the guy up, I think he was either Russian or something like that, Yugoslavian. Hey, what was the dude nationality that picked him up on the boat on part one? Anybody out there in the audience? What was his nationality? Because that dude even gave him some money to get him started, right? From him working on this boat for a little while. He gave him some money to get him started when they got to the mainland. He was Russian, right? A Jewish Russian guy. Oh shit! Thank you, Pitts. Oh shit! That's deep right there, man. Because then you talking about the Khazars. So the Khazars picked this dude up and saved him after he had amnesia, gave him some money. Oh shit, this shit is deep, my nigga. Because them Khazars connect with Benjamin Banakabe. They were the ones supposedly that the dude that lived next door to him, the one that let him hold the almanac and the telescope and shit. The Quakers. So the Quakers pick him up after he suffered from amnesia loss. They save his life, give him money to get back on the mainland. Keep in mind, the Quakers is the ones that's behind. They were behind trying to get the black president thing, because Ted Newman is a Quaker and Fugolard mixed. Yeah, I appreciate that, Pitts, man, because you just gave me a cold connection right there, man. That dude was Russian, Jewish, Khazar. Oh man. So let me go back. Okay, so he get trained by these people. They use him. You see the kids, he have sympathy. Boom, they shoot him in the back. Boom, throw him in the lake. Boom, the Khazar Jews pick him up, get him back on mainland, give him some money to front him. He go back to France looking for his identity. As soon as he go to the bank, they call the people on him because he got an account that's inside of his arm. He got an account that was inside of his back in some kind of chip. And then if you look at the account number when they display it on the wall, it look like a Social Security number. It looked like a Social Security number. This account. And that dude was Khazar, right, Nick? The dude that picked him up. his account looked like a social security number. And in there, he had passports, money, a gun. What else did he have? And he had different types of money from different countries, different denominations of money from different countries. He goes back to France. He gets back to Paris, France by a chick who's a gypsy. Oh shit! Oh god damn! This chick's a fucking gypsy, man. Look, oh shit, man. You know who the gypsies are? The gypsies are the Geechees. The Geechees. The Geechees. Oh shit, son. And look, they did the circus and the fair and all that shit, and that's why Noble Drew Ali was dressed like he was dressed. Noble Drew Ali was dressed like a Geechee. The Geechees dressed like that. Like Noble Drew Ali. They like was a native tribe on the land, a mixture of African native tribe, and they had a certain type of wear, and they made money by going around doing like the circus and shit like that. So it's a connection. Damn. So a Geech, because they said, listen to what they said about this girl who was. They said that she was off the grid a much, and that she was like some kind of person that lived off the grid, like the Geechees. Damn, man, they put that, man. I'm about to go back and watch this shit again, man. Like I done watched it like 15 times, but I'm about to go back and watch it again. Like I'm thinking about it, man. Like, so he got a ride for $10,000. He got a ride for $10,000 from a Geechee chick. They said that she was a rogue. Her only person, she only paid bill one time in the history. They was doing the research on her right in the movie. So a Geechee gave us a ride for $10,000 back to Paris, France, to looking for ourselves. As we start to look for ourselves and come across all these different names, we find out that something happened in Berlin, Germany, which was the first mission, that first place we got to look. Or it could have been the last place, because the first is the last in alchemy. So it could have been, so Berlin, Germany, like we said just now, we put that together just now, that the Berlin Conference happened in Germany. So it's got to be something connected with the Berlin Conference and us losing our identity. I'm telling you, man, because I believe this losing identity is just recent. I don't believe it happened during slave time, because we didn't get exiled off the land until when Abraham Lincoln got assassinated. They exiled us Trail of Tears off our land during the Louisiana Purchase. So like it's a big game. It says 1948. It's connected to that about around the time they set up Israel, right? Pitts. But around the same time they set up Israel. So that might be a connection too. But the Russian connection, with the Russian dude pick him up, the Russian Khazar pick him up, heal him, take the bullets out his back. I know I said all this already. I'm just putting it together in my head, painting the picture as the movie play out. Find out then he got set up by some other type of Russians. And they were trying to get some information. What information were they selling them people? Well, they sent the agent and they tried to frame Jason Bourne for it. I think that goes on part 2. Because Jason Bourne ended up getting away from them. The first time he ended up getting away from them, then they brought him back up when they tried to frame him with the Russians. So what is the frame? What is the frame with the Russians? And what was they selling the Russians? What was they selling the Russians that belonged to us? What secrets were they selling the Russians and blaming us for it? Blaming it on us. What secrets were they selling the Russians and blaming it on us? That's a good question. Just putting open the vault of the ancient Russians, literally. It was so-called black people. Yeah, in there. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. The people that was in that land at first were Moors, and Russia was Moors. I got pictures of people over there, the older people over there, and they got fezzes on their head. Some of them. Some of them people had fezzes on their head. And some people don't like the word fez, Terry Bush on their head. So it's got to be a connection with them. Like I say, we made the connection with Paris, France. We made the connection with Berlin. Now it's got to be a connection with them selling Russia something and saying that they blaming us for it, setting us up, framing us for it. As we still looking for, we end up kind of coming to finding out who we are at this point. Because I think Jason Bourne found out who he was on part 1. His name was David Webb. Keep in mind what the name David means. The name David means friend of God. And keep in mind what a web is, as in the web, Charlotte's Web, and the web on back of the dollar bill. So the friend of God and the web connection. So he found out his real name. Yeah. Also, wasn't that dude I can't say your name 9? Wasn't Hannibal the dude name that was training the dude Jason Bourne, the big white dude at the building on the corner? And what was that number? What was that address on that building? I can't remember the address on that building that Jason Bourne. I'm going to go back and watch this again and write all these things there as I go through. Those Russians are the Jews who occupied. Those Russians are the Jews who occupied Palestine. Yeah, the Khazars, right? The Khazars. They one sect of them. Then you got the Ashkenazis, the German side. Keep in mind, we just told you about the Berlin German conference and how Jason Bourne went back because he was trying to remember. As his memory was coming back, he remembered the first mission was to assassinate a dude in Germany. Now, if y'all can help me out with this, why was he supposed to assassinate that dude in Germany? And the dude's daughter was there, and I think he come back on part 3 to go visit the dude's daughter to explain why he was after her father. Man, I'm gonna go back and watch that again, bro. Somebody remember? He said, did they teach the Russians how to build ancient technology? Did who teach the Russians? Montel? Did who teach the Russians? Hey, the name of the movie LJW is Jason Bourne, Bourne Identity, and it's like 4 different. It's like 4 different. This dude. It's like 4 different movies to that. Matter of fact, I can show you. Probably like all of them except. I probably got all of them because I got the others on just a disc. Let me see if I see that movie, so I can show you what the cover look like. Matter of fact, the cover is what I got as a thumbnail, right? But it's a movie. You go watch Jason Bourne, okay? And also we're gonna break it down Safe House with Denzel, because all these movies play a key part in us remembering who we are and what happened to us. Jason Bourne. There you go, right there. There you go, right there. Cause I collect movies too, right? So this is the trilogy, right? I got all because it got the other movies on like a bootleg copy. So I got the other like part 4, I think. See right here, part 4. Yeah. So this is the movie right here, man. So you go check that out. But this movie breaks down the secrets also within because these people are real intelligent, man. How they put these movies together, and they like put stuff in our face so we would think that's the movie, but the whole time it's telling our storyline in the background. See what I'm saying? It's telling our storyline in the background about how this dude was going back to find, and then he ended up getting a girlfriend. That girlfriend was the Geechee chick. Something about the Geechees and us remembering our identity. I'm telling you, man. His girlfriend was Geechee. He ended up making that his main girl. He was the last Trade Stone agent. What is Treadstone all about? Tread the stone. What is Treadstone all about? Anybody got anything else on that? It says Bourne was a rogue agent that why he okay. You say he ambushed Jordan? Hold up, bro. There might be a connection right there. And then okay, because what's that girl, that agent, the girl right here? What's her name? The girl right there. I don't know if you can see her. Was her name Jordan? Now that might be a connection with the Jordan River and all that. It says the Moors. Okay, says yeah, Bourne was a rogue agent. Yeah. So yeah. Now it wasn't necessary that he was rogue. He went rogue because he figured out that okay, I don't want to do this no more. We don't want to play the game, the conjure game no more. Yeah, Jordan, like Jordan, which probably is to say the Jordan River. I'm telling you, man, it's how cold these people is, and how much game they play, and how high power alchemists or low power alchemists, low ball type alchemists they are to put hide stuff right in your face, because they say the best place to hide stuff is right in your face. That's what they say, literally, in their alchemy. So once they sell the secrets to Russia and try to frame Jason Bourne for it, they come to find him hidden on an island. Where did he go? Where was he hiding at? Was it in like Bangkok or somewhere? What was the name of the island where Jason Bourne and his girl was, and then the Russian agent came to assassinate him, and he ended up killing the girl? Because it might be a connection with that too. Because keep in mind who they selling the T-buns to, or where they hiding these, where they was hiding the T-buns at. So wherever Jason Bourne was hiding at, when they came to kill him, then he had to be reactivated and start coming back after them. If Jason Bourne would have never got shot, would he continue to the mission? That's a good question. I don't think so, because he probably would have still worked for them, but I don't think so, because before he stopped the mission before he got shot. So he didn't go through with it. That's what got him shot, because he didn't go all the way through with it. You know what I'm saying? So it had to be something we didn't go all the way through with, causing us to lose our suffer from amnesia and lose our memory. So we got shot in the back or stabbed in the back. We got stabbed in the back by the black hand. See, right? So we didn't go. Something happened where we didn't go all the way through with it, and we got stabbed in the back by the black hand, and lost our and got suffered from amnesia. Hey, is that? All right, where is that? Where is that? You can't handle the truth. Is that like in the Vietnamese islands? Is that over like in Asia? What continent? Give me the continent that is in that they set up in the movie. Was it like give me the continent if you can. You can't handle the truth. Because I bet you wherever that island he was hiding at, it's a connection there with us remembering who we are, or something about this, a connection with that, man. I bet you. And like I say, y'all remember them tapes I used to put out a while ago? Well, I put them the background Jason Bourne things, all my tapes that I used to put out. I used to put that dun 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 dun, because I knew that we was on the process of remembering who we are. So that's why I used to use that music in the background. It says Europe. Oh shit, that's interesting. So Jason Bourne go to hide in Europe. In Europe. That's interesting. Okay, so let's put it together. For y'all people just coming on, we're gonna go our way back and run it up to what we built up so far, because we building here. Jason Bourne is a rogue, is an agent. They go to kill a guy from Africa, kill an African. Check that out. So American dude who's an agent goes to kill a guy from Africa. When he go to kill the guy from Africa, and I think he was from Zimbabwe or somewhere. That's a connection. He was from Zimbabwe or somewhere, right? Says a Korea wanted to kill Boom. Okay, we're gonna get to that part, anarchy. So he gonna supposed to kill a guy from Africa, from Zimbabwe or somewhere, right? He saw the guy with his kids, didn't kill him. He ended up getting shot in the back. Suffered from amnesia. He gets picked up and saved by a Russian Khazar Jews on the boat. They allow him to work for them. Check that. Oh, that's cold. Because they picking cotton and shit, right? So these Russian Khazar Jews, and oh shit, oh man, this shit is crazy. Because they had these Khazars, these Quakers used to always come over here and buy the land up, and they had us picking cotton on the land, and this how they faked the slave trade, right? See, look, what happened is these Quaker Jews, they come over here and they start buying up land because they had money, right? And then they will hire Nubians or Native American people to work on their land. And then they cook up this story about them being slaves. But keep in mind, if you go back and watch the Patriot movie, when the Moors came over here, when King George the Redcoats came over here, they asked them slaves at the plantation. They said, "Come fight with King George, and you will be set free afterwards." And they said, "Well, we ain't slaves. We just work here. We ain't slaves. We just work here." So keep in mind, the Khazar Jews came over here and hired some Native Americans that they were working on their land, and they wasn't slaves. They were just working there, like working at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. So that might be the connection with the Jews or the raw Khazar Jews picking Jason Bourne up in the midst of him losing his memory and handing him some money. When he got on shore, when he got on the mainland, the dude gave him money to help him on his journey to find out who he is. So check that out. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Betty. That's right. That's right. Like I say, Jason Bourne is us in this story, and we suffer from amnesia, and we was trying to find out who we are, and we tracing it back. So yeah, so the Russian pick him up, give him a hand. When he get on land, he trying to find his way. He go to the U.S. Embassy, and they automatic finger him as a bad guy. He get automatic fingered as a bad guy, and they out him at the U.S. Embassy, try to stop him from getting to somewhere, getting to France. I think that's where he was headed. He was trying to get his way back to France, right? He runs into a gypsy. Keep in mind who the gypsies are, the Geechees, who practice the circus and the fair, the same people that was connected with Noble Drew Ali and the what you call in the Cherokee tribe, which is like Rod say, which is a made up tribe, the Cherokees, who are really not a made up tribe. They really the Geechees. The Geechees are the Cherokees mix. I'm telling you, man. Not the ones, the $5 Indian Cherokees, the originals, and they didn't call themselves Cherokees. That's the thing. That's what the part Rod pointed out. They didn't call themselves Cherokees. But he get picked up by a Geechee who's who's off the charts or off the grid, lives off the grid, and goes to one of her friends' house who got a winter house in the inside the mountains, where they sent people out to Jason Bourne there to take him out. They was really trying to take him out. He later pays the Geechee lady $10,000 to get back to France, Paris, France, where we just explained to the people that just came in, where they signed the peace and friendship treaty. Right? Was that I think he said he pointed out that's 1948. Also, that connects back with when they set up Israel. What's connected with Israel in the peace the peace and friendship treaty? How does Israel, them setting up Israel, in between 1946, 1948, in the Peace and Friendship Treaty. It's a connection there. It's got to be. I'm telling you, man, it's got to be some kind of connection between them. And then once he get to France, Paris, France, he found out, like I say, the first place that they put him on a mission was Berlin, Germany, the Berlin Conference. So it's got to be, as we keep going, it says grant information laws in France. Okay, all right. Okay, that's a connection right there too, 9/11. We know that they signed the Statue of Liberty from France, right? Because I think Rob made a connection with it already. You know what I'm saying? With the Statue of Liberty, peace and friendship, it's all connected with the Berlin Conference, with the setting up Israel, with the Khazar Russians, and then something about Europe, by somebody hiding out in Europe. And eventually they find out, and they cut. And the reason why they come out to them in Europe is because these guys set him up with the selling some secrets to the Russians. So man, they giving us all the key pointers that we need to figure this out. Trace this back. What else y'all got? Anybody got anything else they see in the Bourne, in the Jason Bourne? Because they ended up taking the guy out. That was all the guys that was coming out the Bourne. They own people. Ended up taking them out to cover up the story, to cover up the storyline. They ended up taking everybody out involved. These people take out their own people to cover up this lot, the truth. Yeah, man. They go do a whole lot to keep the truth. They'll wipe out their own people. They go like Abraham Lincoln, like John F. Kennedy, right? Like Robert Kennedy. They take niggas out, man, of their own kind to cover up that truth. Yeah, real life devils, man. We didn't just want to hold you along with this. We just want to give you an idea on how they hide certain stuff in movies, and you can pick. If you start to put the pieces together, you begin to see a storyline that gives you the whole storyline on who did us. Now keep in mind the black hand, right? The black hand behind all of this. The black hand is responsible for us losing our identity. Because yeah, the Kingsman's movie. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And also the Secret Order of the Grand Marquis, where they said that they got a big old kingdom in the middle of the desert. They got a big old mansion or palace in the middle of the desert that they go, and that's where this dude supposedly live at, the head dude. That's on John Wick. John Wick. Shout out Michael George. Yeah, but just hey, go back if you ain't seen that Jason Bourne series. Go back and watch that, man. We may do a part 2 on that. When we come back, we'll see what y'all see. Because I'm gonna go back and check this movie out again and write the key parts down based on that. Because, like I said, they send people out to Jason Bourne all the way up until the end, man. They still coming out there. They still was coming out there. So they still trying to stop us from remembering who we are. Right up until now. Right up until the end. But they trained us. They trained Jason Bourne. They said that Jason Bourne was an $8 million weapon or a $28 million weapon. He was a $28 million weapon. So how much do we cost as a weapon? Because since everybody making money off us under black Negroes and colors, how much money is we worth as a weapon around the world? You know what I'm saying? As Nubians in America. Jason Bourne was a $28 million weapon. Gone rogue is what they said. Gone rogue. Yeah, super soldiers. And keep in mind, also in the movie, they were giving them special types of pills that enhance their abilities, advance their neural cells to where they can react fast. They don't feel pain and all kind of things. And they got them a pill to commit suicide with if they get caught. Breathe. Just breathe. America Ultra, another good. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out, Betty. Shout out Betty. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, but it's other movies we're gonna be breaking down that has hidden meaning involved, like the Safe House with Denzel Washington, where he in Africa, and they coming out to Denzel. Denzel is a rogue agent that's supposedly in Africa for the ready to sell some information over in Africa. And I can't remember who he was gonna sell it to. It might have been the Russians. It might have been blank. So it's got to be some connection with the Russians. Trying to tie us up in the end with the Russians. Trying to tie us up with the Russians, man. I'm telling you, man. Says this a good question. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. They try to tie us up with the Russians. But we don't want to hold you long on this. We just want to give you, that's how we look at things. We look at things. We look at things like that. That's what we're doing. We ain't just wasting time when we watching movies. We watching for the secrets and the backdrop and the hidden meanings in the background and shit. Right? Shout out AP, man. Somebody get up out of here, man. Peace and love. We'll probably be back tonight with another one because we might not do the walk today. We might do the walk today. But Dallas got a football game today, so we might not do the walk tonight. Might be going to the game. So and we might be back in time to do a tape tonight. I'm not gonna make no promises. But you need to go check out all the other tapes we put out, like the Ancient Mystic Order of Melchizedek tapes. The new says what's the verdict tapes. Those are all bangers and got good information on those tapes. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button before you get up out of here, man. We're gonna be back. We may be back today, early. We may be back today, but around time we go pick up Haru. So we might be back with something else for you. But I want y'all to start picking these movies apart and decoding these movies, man. Start looking at these. When you look at these movies, if you're gonna watch movies, start decoding them and looking at the hidden meaning behind them. Because keep in mind, Hollywood is what they use to do wizardry. It's a wand, what they make wands out of. And the people they get for these movies are called casting, as in casting a spell. And these people that call actors are really wizards and warlocks. And so they don't just do movies for fun. They do movies to perform an alchemy, perform a spell. And so they performing a spell on us to keep us asleep when they put these movies out, to hide our information and our history inside the movies. So you got to be able to pick them apart and decode them and say, oh yeah, I see what they're doing. I see this. Oh yeah, I see this. And that's what we were doing. That's what we're doing by bringing you the Bourne identity. Is just one of the ones we're gonna be breaking down, getting into it. You know what I'm saying? So peace and love. Hotel, Ashug, Assalamu alaikum, peace be unto you, Hotel, Wadu, right? We love you all.
Never have it been made so clear.